These are my 5 essentials for a home studio setup. So, little side note, these are my essentials. They might not necessarily be your essentials, but these are just 5 things which I think make life a lot easier if you're making music in your own space. So yeah, let's get into it. Number 1, something to actually make your music on. So a laptop or a desktop computer, either or, not getting too technical or anything, but something with a good amount of RAM, so preferably like 8 gigabytes of RAM, just so it can actually load up your DAW of choice and all your VSTs and all that kind of stuff. Anything less than that, you're going to run into problems at some point and it's just not pleasant. And then also something with a decent amount of storage, like you're going to be saving some big files, you're going to be saving a lot of files. So yeah, either a lot of storage or buy some extra hard drives. Number 2 is something to hear your music out of, so some speakers, some studio monitors. I have the Yamaha HS7s, I think. If I'm being honest, they're a bit too big for the space which I'm currently in. I bought them when I had a much bigger space, but now don't need them. Wish I actually had my smaller ones, would probably be a bit better. But the reason why you'd go for monitors over like a sound system type thing, like a Bose sound system, is you want a more kind of neutral, flat sound. When you listen to music through headphones, like your Beats headphones or Apple AirPods, you notice the frequencies are usually enhanced, usually the bass is boosted and stuff, which when you're making music or mixing music, you don't really want that ideally. So yeah, some studio monitors or some headphones which equally do the same kind of thing, so give a more flat sound. Number 3 is a audio interface. Now, again, not to get too technical because I'll be honest, I don't really know, so I'm not going to attempt to speak too much on it because I'll definitely get called out for saying something wrong. But in my eyes, I think it's just like an enhanced sound card, like it just talks to your computer, like, you know, music into code, whatever it is, it just helps. Like if you play music, if you load up your DAW and try and like play or record music through it just without an audio interface, it's going to be laggy when you're playing it back and when you're recording into it and stuff like that. And an audio interface has plugins, so you can plug in like a microphone or direct input for a guitar or something like that, so you can easily record music. So yeah, an audio interface. Number 4, and these are where they get a little bit more subjective, this may not be a preference for you, this is definitely a preference for me, is a MIDI keyboard, a MIDI controller. I'm by no means an accomplished pianist. It just makes it a lot easier when I can kind of get some rough ideas down and then maybe build on them. And same with the drums, get some ideas down. I find it a lot easier for me to physically play in certain things, certain patterns that I like, and then again, maybe go back in, click a few extra bits in and elaborate on them. But yeah, MIDI controller, Amazon, £20, the one I've got at the minute, can't go wrong. Number 5 is a microphone. So I know a lot of laptops have inbuilt microphones and I do use mine quite a bit when I'm playing in guitar, but it's also good to have a half decent microphone if you want to get some ideas down, if you want to record either yourself or you're thinking of working with artists. To be able to have a microphone there on hand is ideal, and again, they're pretty inexpensive. You're talking £100 for a brand new one, you could probably pick one up second hand for about 50 quid for a half decent one. So yeah, microphone, point number 5. Point number 6 is just an extra kind of bonus one, and that's just to make your space as comfortable / vibey as you want it to be. I used to have the old LED light setup kind of thing going on. Now I'm more of a plant and a candle kind of guy, but you're going to be spending a lot of time in your setup. You want it to be as comfortable a place to be as possible. So whether that's putting up some artwork or yeah, having some lighting or incense going on, just something where it's a pleasant place for you to go and make music in. So yeah, that's my extra bonus tip.